Is it still worth coming to the UK in this year 2025 as a single person, or as a married person, or as a family with kids, with all the ongoing immigration restrictions, with all the ongoing bans on visas like the care worker visa? Should you still pack your bags in this year 2025 and come to the UK? Now, this is the question I'm going to be answering on this video, just because I have had a few reflections. I've spoken to a few other immigrants here in the UK, seeing how difficult it is to not get a certificate of sponsorship. Now, putting all these things in mind, seeing how people are getting depressed because either their visas are about to run out, or they can't get a COS, or things are just not going as they thought it was going to go coming to the UK. Should you still come to the UK in this year 2025? Now, before I give you a yes or no for an answer to this question, we are going to go through a series of step-by-step process to decide if the answer is going to be a yes or no. I want you to do me a favor. Can you just get your notepad or your book and a pen to take all of the steps I'm going to be going through with you? Take them with a yes or no. Now, do not only go with this video alone to decide if you're going to come to the UK or not. This video is more like a reflection, but to make an official decision, make sure that you do contact an immigration advisor if you should come to the UK or not. So like I said, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step thinking or process, get a few details about coming to the UK. So let's just dive into the steps. The first question I want you to answer today, or let's say the first step, is the UK really for you? Like, honestly, just sit down and think about it. Are you one of those people who want to jump out to the UK just because you feel it's one of the easiest place your money can afford? It's one of the easiest place you can apply to a visa and just easily get it. Are you one of those, or is the UK really for you? Should you really come to the UK? Do you see your future in the UK? Do you feel like coming to the UK it's gonna be positive for you? Do you see the UK as a place you're gonna come to, whether as a student or as a family, and you see yourself growing a living in the UK, growing a home in the UK, or just being that greater you in the UK? Do you really see this in the UK that you want to come to? Like, have you really thought about it and be like, okay, I really see my future in the UK. I see my future in England. I see my future in Scotland. I see my future in Wales or Northern Ireland, in that particular city, in Birmingham, in Glasgow, in Edinburgh, in London. And also, do you see yourself bringing improvements, bringing positivity to the UK itself? Are you going to be impacting the UK economic in a positive way, or are you coming here to cause trouble? Now, think about that. Like, think a lot of people are forgetting this part. They don't get to sit down and reflect. They don't get to sit down and really think. They just pack their bags, apply for a visa, maybe because they can afford the visa, or because they feel they have friends and families already living in the UK, so they can just jump out to the UK, come to the UK. Is that really your case, or you really do see your future in the UK? I think this is a very big question you should ask yourself. Now, once you have an answer to that question, please make note of your answer, if it's a yes or no, and just see that I really want to come to the UK because I see my future here. I see myself impacting the UK economy positively, and I can see the UK impacting me positively. Once you have that answer, let's now move to the second step. The second step of this reflection, once you have decided if the UK is for you or not, is to get some knowledge about the UK immigration. Now, a lot of people come here and they fail, not only because the system failed them, but because they were not informed. They didn't have the necessary knowledge, and they just couldn't get their own self educated about the system they were coming to. They feel, okay, it's just the UK, or I've been able to acquire that visa, let me just move here. But then they didn't really do their own research. They didn't really get the knowledge. Do me a favor, if you decide to come to the UK, just get some knowledge about the UK immigration. Or if you don't want to get the old knowledge, get the knowledge about the visa you have gotten. If you have gotten a student visa, get all the knowledge required for your student visa. If you've gotten a work visa, a dependent visa, a global talent visa, any of the type of visas you have got, you want to do yourself a favor by getting all of the necessary knowledge you need about your visa. Why is this necessary? Because once you come here, you don't want to break the rules and regulations of your visa, just because a lot of people have been deported. A lot of people have encountered the other side of their visa just because they broke one of the rules or regulation of their visa. Like for example, for a student visa, one of the rules is do not work more than 20 hours a week for your student visa. Now a lot of people can come here because they didn't read their visa restrictions, or because they were never informed. They come here and then they start working 40 hours a week on a student visa, and at the end, when they apply for a postgraduate visa, they don't get it because they have broken a previous rule about their previous visa. So it is important that you get all the required knowledge about the visa you have applied to and the general country or city you're gonna be living. Just understand the rules and regulations that govern those cities that you're gonna be living in. Now let's move to the third step that will help us answer if the UK is still worth coming to in the year 2025. The third step is to plan. Keep planning, never stop planning. What is all about this plan? So let's say you have not decided that the UK is for you. The next thing you want to do is plan. And the big one is always have a plan B. What if the UK doesn't work for you? Another thing to keep in mind is sometimes at the beginning of your process of coming to the UK, you might decide, okay, the UK is actually for me. But once you come here, things are not working the way you have planned it. And that person, I will always advise people to always have a safety plan or a plan B. For example, you only have £5 in your account and someone is asking you, can you lend me £5? Do not give all that £5 to that person because it is learned this, so that means they'll be paying you back. So they are basically borrowing that £5. Do not give them all of that £5 because you trust them that they will pay you back. No, give them £2, £2.50. Always have a higher ground that what if that person doesn't return the old £5? Will I still be able to live? Do not give them more than what you should have. Always have more. What that means is always have a plan B. What if the UK that you plan for doesn't work the way you've planned it? Let's bring it to a real life situation now. I have other friends that are again immigrants here as well, and most of them at the moment they are struggling to get a certificate of sponsorship. These people came in here only with one plan, that I will get a job that will sponsor me. That was their whole plan, and at the end, the 2 years given to them has now elapsed on their graduate visa. They can't secure a COS, certificate of sponsorship, from any job that they've worked. Now they are all over the place. They are thinking, what should I now do? That is the end, and you can see they are having to move back to their country or move back home. This is because all they had as a plan was only get a job that can sponsor me. What if there are other options? What if you have planned for other options? What if you come with the mindset that, okay, if I can't secure a certificate of sponsorship, this will be the second plan of survival because I really want to make life work for me. This is an option I wouldn't pick. So always have a second plan, and again, have a plan at least, because most people don't even have a plan. Talk less of having a second plan B, and along the way, once you discover that first plan is not working, now think of a second plan, think of a backup plan. So don't just come in here without a plan. Have a plan, and please, may your plan be good. Don't come here with bad plans. Always have good plans, okay? Good plans that will make you survive, and don't harm other people to survive. Please don't come with a plan to harm other people to survive. Come with a plan to survive by doing what is right. Okay, whatever plans you decide to go with, make sure you start acting now. Do not wait until it is 6 months for your visa to expire or until you are on your graduate visa. Start acting right from the date you stepped your foot in the UK. Putting everything in last minute will put a lot of pressure in you, which is very dangerous. So start acting now. Now let's move to the fourth step. The first step to answer our question if the UK is the right place to come to in 2025 will be to have enough finance. This one is massive because money can take care of majority of the problems we will face in life as humans. Okay, so let's say you came in here as a student and all the money you had was used to pay your student fees. Now that you are on a graduate visa, do yourself a big favor by saving. Don't be one of those people who come to the UK and think it is compulsory for you to get a mortgage in the UK, or you must buy one of the flashy cars. Now I'm not saying you should get a car for your easy day-to-day activity, but you don't need to make it one of the most expensive or flashy cars. And don't be one of those immigrants who is not well settled in the UK yet and they have to get all the credit cards in the world because maybe they have good credit score or because they feel it's credit card, I can always pay back, and then you see them getting credit card A, spend on that one, credit card B, credit card C, spend on it, and now they've got so many debts piling up for them to start paying. Don't be like that. Save as much as you can. Don't stop saving because all of this money you are saving, it will always come back to help you. I will take you back to COVID-19. Now when COVID-19 happened, just before it happened, I was one of those people who left my job and I just secured a new job. The week I was meant to start a new job was the same week we were put on lockdown. Being that I am just getting the job, I don't yet have any training, so I couldn't even have that option to work from home. So during this time, I had to find a way to live because I was not working. And it was a long lockdown. What helped me during that period, I have a video about it, was living on my savings. Like I exhausted my savings during COVID-19. Imagine I didn't have anything to back me up. I would have been so broke and probably start getting loan left and right to survive and pay my rent and pay my expenses. And at the end, guess what? Who has a lot of debts all piled up to pay? You get, always have enough savings, have enough funds to take care of you. Always have, again, a plan. So what if this doesn't work? What are you going to do? So have enough finance to get you through the whole process, okay? The fifth step is, do you have a support system, or do you have a plan for a support system? So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and I know a lot of people will argue this. The UK is not an easy place. I'm just gonna be honest. You're gonna come in contact with depression. You're gonna come in contact with loneliness. You're gonna come in contact with those days that is not always gonna be so friendly. Now my question back to you is, do you have a plan for a support system? Now that you are still in the place you are living, before you move to the UK, plan a support system. Have that place you will easily go to get help. Mental health is a big one here in the UK. Your mental health matters. It matters. When it is down, you are down because it's about your mental health. It's who you are. Think about it. When I am going through difficulties in life, those down season, where do I go to? Who do I go to? Who can I easily talk to and bounce back? Where can I easily go to and bounce back? We always forget that life is not all about me and only. And whenever we plan for rainy days, it helps us go through life way easier than you could ever think of. You're going to have bills. You're going to have those bad weather, like the cold, especially when you're coming from a place like Africa. Now, the UK is a whole different kind of period. When it's winter, you're going to get those lonely moments, especially when you're just alone. Sometimes you will even have families. You will have kids, have your husband or your wife with you, but you will still be feeling that loneliness. Now, what is your support system? Have you planned that yet? Have you prepared that yet? A a lot of people don't have a support system, so when they go into depression, a lot of them can't go through it and come out successfully. A lot of them will go through it and come out successfully, but everyone's case is always going to be different. So plan for your support system now. It might be your family, it might be your friends, it might be an online resource, it might be a group of people, it might be anything. Just get your support system ready for that rainy day, because you're going to eventually need it one day. A lot of online resources are out there for you to get your planning all sorted even before you move to the UK. Or if you feel you can hold yourself when depression comes, you are strong enough to fight it, it's fine. You got this. Okay, you got this. Now let's go back to my question. Is this the worth coming to the UK in this year 2025? If you ask me, as an individual, as a person who has lived in the UK long enough, I will say yes, because the UK is working well for me. It's working for people I know. The UK is a nice place. It's a lovely place. It is a place where I have achieved a lot in my life. It is a place where I have met great, nice people, and it's a place where I have really developed and grow as an individual. So I would answer in my own perspective and say yes, it is still worth it. It might not be the same for you. Now ask yourself, with all I've talked about on this video, are you happy to come to the UK? To summarize all I have said in this video, if the UK will be the right place for you to move to in 2025, 70% of it will depend on you, and that is what this video has actually showed you today. If you notice, all of the steps and processes was you do this, you do that, and that is because if you come to the UK, if you obey the rules and regulations govern the UK itself, it will favor you. Yes, there are also going to be parts that will affect you, like the restrictions on mostly immigrants. Those are a different story, but half of it also depend on you. So make sure you are making the right decisions today. Let's continue. Once again, this is not an exhausted list, it's just a reflection list. Okay, there's more, but this is just what I wanted to talk about on this video. And if you did enjoy it, please subscribe. If you need advices to help you decide, please speak to a person who is specialized on the topic if you can't decide for yourself. And also, always go to the UK government website to read about the visas, the immigration and travel updates. There's quite a lot there that you can get a lot of answers to. I'll put a link in the description box, so no knowledge is wasted. Get it as much as you can. Don't relax and feel that is all. Okay, anyways, that's where I'm gonna close this video. Please subscribe, like this video, share this video, and do leave a comment. If you want me to do more videos like this, please suggest any video you would like me to make on the comment section. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Have a lovely day and good luck moving to the UK. Bye for now.